So you want to start freelancing? I have got tons of videos that will walk you through the step-by-step process of becoming a freelancer, everything from pricing portfolios, landing clients, getting referrals, etc. But this is not one of those videos. This video is all about what I would do differently if I was just getting started as a freelancer today. When I first started freelancing 6 years ago, I was completely clueless, but luckily that gave me plenty of chances to make dumber, and dumbest mistakes along the way. And now I'm a certified professional, licensed freelancer TM who has worked with 40 plus freelance clients and hit 6 figures as a freelancer. So if you want to get started freelancing the right way, skip the mistakes, skip the queue, get started better, faster, stronger than I did, then great. Here are 14 things I would do differently if I were to start today. Hey, it's Daya, freelancer, digital business manager, most recently entrepreneur, and as always, you can find sections on the play bar below if you want to skip to a certain part of the video. Your time is precious, take what you need. If you want to watch this on 2x, I won't be offended in the least. Okay, let's dive in. I could honestly give a whole TED talk about this first thing, but the gist of it is if you are a beginner, you are a risky hire for a business owner. It's risky for them to bet on you to say yes, so make it less risky for them to say yes. There are lots of ways to do this. Here are a few. Charge a lower rate. In the beginning, to help you get your foot in the door, you can just price a little lower, like I did. I started at $10 an hour. You can offer to do something for free as a quick sample for them, like, hey, I'd love to design thumbnails for you. Here's a sample thumbnail I made for you in your branding style and colors. Great way to show you know what you're doing. You can also pitch a smaller offer first. So pitch a one-time $100 strategy or audit first instead of pitching a $5K monthly retainer up front. That again lowers the risk. It makes it a little bit easier to take that first step with you. You can also offer to start with a trial period or an internship, anything to make it super easy to take that first step with you so you can show them how brilliant you are and continue a long-lasting freelancing relationship with them. The next thing is to stop fussing with your title or business name. I remember spending ages thinking, should I use my full name? Should it be something clever like Online Biz Bunny? It does not matter. Beginners always get stuck here. I got stuck there for such a long time. It's the wrong approach really to go about it. Instead of spending all that energy on crafting your title and business name, direct that energy instead into focusing on the messaging behind how you help your clients. So craft and get really clear on your I help statement. It goes, I help blank, do blank, so they can blank. Meditate on that statement, tattoo it on your hand. If you don't know how you can help, clients won't magically know how you can help them either. I know you might want to start working with internet royalty right off the bat, 6 and 7 figure businesses, e-commerce legends, huge bloggers, influencers, YouTubers, and it's so easy to reach or try to reach for the biggest and best clients when you're starting and think, why aren't they hiring me? Why aren't they writing back? Why am I being rejected? The truth is they're out of your freelancing league right now. So shoot for smaller fish to start. Shoot for clients that may just be getting started as well. Maybe making 3 to 4 to 5K a month who can pay you a couple $100s to start. I honestly wish I had prioritized the long-term potential of clients as well earlier on. You know, things like, do they have growth potential? Do they have a great network? Do they have lots of room for you to learn and grow? Because those are the types of clients that you really want to get in with on the ground floor so that when they start scaling, when they start growing, you're that person that they are taking with them up the elevator. Don't know where this metaphor is going, but you get it, to the top floor. And of course, make sure you're asking for testimonials with these clients because you can use these testimonials to then apply to those higher level clients. I was terrified to tell anyone that I was freelancing when I first started, and looking back, that was a huge mistake because honestly, your inner circle are the best people to get you going with testimonials, with smallish one-off projects for your portfolio and all of that stuff. So tell them, they're gonna be excited for you, they're gonna be proud of you. Do not be too shy to tell those people. They might know somebody and really help you get going with this whole freelancing thing. Cold pitching is free. I don't know why I didn't do it more often in the beginning. Actually, I do know. It's because I was so scared of rejection. But honestly, if you let your fear of rejection rule your freelancing career, you will never get the chance to be booked out as a freelancer. All of us get rejected. It happens. It's normal. You are in the majority if you're being rejected. Actually, if you're being rejected, high five because it means you're actually trying. So go out, pitch, get rejected. So look for people you already follow online that you really like, people ideally not out of your freelancing league, and offer up a free incentive to get your foot in the door. If you've been following following them for a while, you've already done your research, right? You've been doing a little stock, you know what's going on, you know what may be annoying for them in their business. So refer back to my first tip, make it easy for them to say yes and do not hesitate. It's so much fun to cold pitch, and it's so much fun once you get good at it. And the only way to get good at it is to actually do it and practice and get rejected. So please go out and do it. I promise good things are on the other end of that fear. This is a me at me tip about literally anything, is at some point you have to stop thinking and just get started. You have to stop learning, stop reading, stop watching YouTube videos. Obviously not this one. This one is obviously superior. But stop making 1 year and 5 year plans and just start. Begin. You will learn so much, I promise, on the job instead of waiting to be perfectly ready, which you will never be. So begin. This is a simple one. If you come to clients constantly with problems, you are a headache. If you come to clients constantly with solutions, you're the opposite of a headache. I don't know what that is, but you are the opposite of it. So do not go to clients with things you can easily solve via Google. Do not go to clients with things you can easily find in the Google Drive, in the Dropbox on your own. Obviously, sometimes you run into issues or questions you can't solve, that's fine. But what you can do is do a little bit of research, find some potential solutions, and present those solutions instead of dumping a problem with no context onto a client. This makes me want to pause and just mention that soft skills, not hard technical skills, are what will get you booked out as a freelancer. So if you're lacking in soft skills, you need to fix that if you want a long, successful career as a freelancer. Thinking very strategically about red ocean versus blue ocean services is important if you want to make good money as a freelancer, because supply and demand is a thing. So red ocean skills are skills that have very low barrier to entry, thus a lot of people doing it. They make you easily replaceable because you have no competitive advantage because the client can replace you at any time. So think on that as you dive into freelancing. It's totally fine to start with red ocean services, but ideally you want to transition into blue ocean services. It's much easier to make a sustainable career in a blue ocean. And that's actually why I became a freelance digital business manager, because it's super high value, high demand, low supply, high competitive advantage. It made me really hard to replace to my clients. So think strategically about how you can move into services that are blue ocean. And another personal / opinion tip is to focus on services that business owners continuously have a need for instead of one-off needs or one-off projects, so that you can have consistency and won't need to be scrambling constantly to try and find new clients all the time. That is another reason why I actually became a DBM, because clients need project and team management on a monthly basis. It's not like they only need their team managed for 1 week and then, the team is off on their own for the rest of the year. It's a very ongoing need. So another quick example is, for example, doing branding for a client is a very relatively one-off thing. Like, clients don't really need new branding done every single month. So how can you make your services more ongoing? So you can offer to do new graphic refreshes for ads, for social media every month. So when you think like that, you create more lifetime value with each client instead of just signing, new clients every single month, and you're constantly in that client hunting hamster wheel, if you will. I was super cheap in the early stages of freelancing, and I wish I hadn't been. I think I could have gotten faster and further if I had invested a little into my freelancing business. So like into skills training course with a community and people who could have helped me network. And it doesn't even have to be a huge investment. You can make like small investments as you go. And as freelancers, what I would recommend, I think you should invest in this order. First, skills training, because you want your biggest asset, you, to have the highest earning potential. Then community, so you don't quit when the tough gets tough and you have people to talk to. Tools to make your life easier and faster. Coaching. Chances are you don't need coaching when you're just starting. You don't need coaching until, in my opinion, you truly get stuck as a freelancer and you have no clue about what steps to take next. So that's the order of investments I would make as a freelancer if I could go back and redo this whole thing. So create a little business piggy bank where you can start saving up a little bit of money to reinvest back into your business. It can be a percentage of your monthly profits, like 20% or something like that. Another quick thing. For a while, I thought I needed real projects to have a real portfolio. Nope. You can make your own portfolio projects. Clients do not care. They just care that you can do what you say you can do. If you want to offer content or systems help, you can make a content calendar for yourself in Airtable or Notion and just film a walkthrough of that. Done. Portfolio item. This is something I did super actively as if I were paid to do it in the beginning, and that was sacrifice my mental well-being for money. I took on any client I could get my hands on. I worked more hours than I had in a day. I didn't give boundaries a second thought, didn't know what they were, and I was stressed the F out. So please implement boundaries to protect yourself. I've got videos on how to do that, which boundaries to put in place. There are 4 types. I'll link it in the top right corner. And very importantly, have a client filter. Signing clients is a two-way street. Don't just say yes to everyone. Make sure you actually want to work with them too. This is like duh, but I totally did not think about that in the beginning. It may take a few clients to learn this lesson as well, because we kind of enjoy different types of personalities, etc. But don't just take on anyone because you want to make the money. Some things, and I know it's hard to imagine in the beginning, but some things like your mental well-being, your mental energy are not worth any kind of price tag. Because if you burn out your biggest asset in your business, your biggest asset is not going to be able to make any money. So you really need to put in place the things you need to be sustainable. Yes, unfortunately, we all have to pay taxes, so set aside about 30 to 40% each month, obviously depends on where you live, so that when that wonderful season comes around, you are prepared. Otherwise, chaos. Crying, hysterics, pinky promise. Another lesson, do not rush into signing a new client if you are not clear what they need help with or what you will do. Take the time to set clear expectations up front. This will save you a world of pain later of, can you also add this on? Can you also do this actually? And I thought unlimited calls were included in this package. Put in writing exactly what you are hired to do, by when, by what standard, how many revision rounds. Details are essential. It's no secret I started at $10 an hour. That was strategic to get my foot in the door and get going, but it is sometimes easy to get stuck at a low rate with a client, and then a year goes by and you're still getting paid $10, $12, $15 an hour when you've actually gotten faster, smarter, and better at your job. So I wish I had instead pitched a trial rate for the first 2 to 3 months of working with the client, with the understanding that it will increase to X in the 4th month. And whenever you do something for a client that helps them make or save money or relieves them of some sort of ongoing stress in any way, be sure to keep a record of this so that you can pull these receipts up when you go for a rate raise 6 to 12 months down the line. So those are 14 things I wish I would have done earlier. Now, if you're wondering what services you can get paid to do as a freelancer and what clients are actually willing to pay for, check out this next video where I talk about what you can offer as a freelancer, and I share my DIP formula, which tells you which services to test out and which ones to dip on. It's here waiting for you, and I'm here waiting for you to click it. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye!